Today, it's the time he have been preparing for since 17 years. He dressed up with his best looking attire, pulling up all his emotions together, traveling to the other part of the city, hoping that today is the day he was dreaming for. He finally finds the way to the office, hoping that for the next few years, this is his place to work and prove himself. He looks at the office space and decides where he is going to sit when he gets the job and who to make his first colleague friend. He was confident about the degree he achieved and the scores he got. Yet, he sits nervously waiting for his turn for the interview. He's prepared for this moment for years. Countless exams, sleepless nights, endless sacrifices, all for the hope that this degree in his hand will open the door to his bright future. It's the time to face the interview with the manager that he'll be working with him from tomorrow. Maybe. The interviewer, without seeing his degree in the page 2, he starts asking questions. Questions that were not expected. Then the question comes. Not about the algorithms, not about what he studied in the college, but something he never expected. Do you know how to use AI tools to write code? How are you going to finish your 10 hours of work in 1 hour? Can you automate workflows using AI? How are you going to talk to AI to get your work done in minutes? The young man feels a wave of anxiety. He stammers. He wants to say something so smart, something that proves his worth. But the truth is, the questions he was expecting that were taught in his degree were completely different than these AI related questions. He spent years memorizing complex formulas, theories, frameworks, and writing papers, attending countless hours of seminars, working on projects, and all the achievements are of no use. He quietly replies, "No, but I have a degree in the computer science from a reputed college. Please check my degree on page 2. I worked really hard for it. I can solve problems better than AI." Silence fills the room. The interviewer didn't care viewing his education details in page 2. He asks to take his resume back. That polite, empty smile tells the young man everything he needs to know. They don't care about the degree. They want skills. Skills which are up to date, modern, and the skills which make 10x productivity, especially using AI. After spending years of studying, after his parents invested their life savings into his education, after believing that getting into a good college was the ticket to success, it all feels irrelevant now. Is this the new reality where all the hard work, that precious degree, education, time is just not enough? Once the degrees were seen as a golden tickets, a promise of jobs, respect, and a financial security. But now, in the age of AI, when machines can do in seconds what humans take years to learn, has the promise become a lie? Is degree still worth it? Or has the world moved on without us? That's the question we are here to answer. But before we do, let's go back to where it all began. Let's look at the journey, the sacrifices, the struggle, the belief that brought us all together here. Years before, the story was very different. This man was just a teenager then, full of dreams and hope. He believed, like millions of others, that if he studied hard, sacrifices enough, and got into a good college, his future would be secure. Early mornings to late nights, textbooks stacked high, and the mind consistently racing with formulas, definitions, and theories. His life became a cycle. Wake up, study, eat, study, sleep, repeat. No weekends, no holidays, no two Pokemon, just studying. Why? Because in India, that's the path. The only path must know. You work hard, get into a reputed college, and then success will follow. At least that's what everyone says. Pressure built up like a storm from parents, teachers, society. Everyone expected him to succeed. And every time he felt tired, every time he wanted to quit, he remembered himself. This is my future. बेटा बस थोड़ी और मेहनत कर लो, एक बार अच्छी कॉलेज मिल गई तो लाइफ सेट हो जाएगी. This is what their parents said. And so he kept going, ignoring the stress, ignoring the burnout. He gave up on his hobbies, on friends, on everything he loved. The only thing that mattered was cracking the entrance exam. After relentless effort, it was the result day, the day he finally made it. He cracked the exam. His parents were proud. His relatives called him and congratulated him. There was a joy, relief, and a belief that all these sacrifices were worth it. But little did we know that this wasn't the end of the struggle. It was just the beginning. College wasn't easy either. The pressure didn't stop. There were projects, assignments, exams. The competition was high. The sleepless nights continued. But through it all, he kept believing, kept holding on his promise. Get this degree and the life will be sorted. Even after his parents spent their life savings to pay his tuition fee, still they had to take a student loan. They had to. He spent the best years of his youth chasing this dream, and after all that, standing at the edge of graduation, he believed he was finally ready for the real world. But what happens when the world isn't what you were promised? When everything you sacrificed for suddenly feels meaningless? What happens when the degree you worked so hard for turns out to be just a piece of paper in the eyes of interviews? And this isn't just a story, it's the story of millions. They believed in the same promise, they followed the same path, and now they are standing at the same crossroads, wondering where they went wrong. Think about it. In this new world where AI can do everything from writing code to analyzing data, what's more valuable? A certificate on a wall, or your ability to solve real world problems faster than ever?
Get a degree and your future is set. But does that belief still hold true? Not is definitely not. I had to separately get training for other specialization that are not taught in colleges. Then I was able to get a job.
Without separate training, it would be impossible to get a job. The technical skills are taught in the classrooms are already outdated long back. I wish I got the job ready training and skills in the college itself.
This isn't just to say education is useless. No, it's just that the kind of education that mattered before doesn't matter as much now. Degrees were once a way to prove your worth. Now, skills are the currency. Let's shift our focus for a moment from students to companies hiring them. Businesses today aren't just competing with each other anymore, they are competing with time.
No, we are not looking for the people who have branded degrees. In fact, we are not even considering degrees in the interview evaluation.
As I am the manager in an IT firm, I have the pressure to deliver the work faster. This is because our competitors are speeding up with the use of automation and AI technologies.
With technology accelerating faster than ever, they need results now, not tomorrow. And that's where AI comes in, reshaping how businesses operate and how they view talent. Think about this. A typical 9 to 5 job involves 8 hours of work, but what if AI could do it in 1 hour? What humans does in 8? Suddenly companies can achieve the same output with fewer people or double their productivity without hiring more staff. But now, with AI writing assistants like ChatGPT, Jarvis, and there are more, a single person can generate these posts in less than half of the time, reducing the total hours to just 100 hours. The company saves almost 3x of the time, money, and manpower. That's a 75% increase in productivity just by using AI. And this isn't a one-time thing. Businesses across industries, from marketing to manufacturing, are doubling down on AI-driven efficiencies. They are not just looking for employees who have degrees. They are looking for those who can work with AI, automate processes, and deliver faster results.
The competition is so intense that we no longer want to rely on traditional degrees. or skill sets.
We had stopped looking at the degrees on profiles or resumes.
A recent report shows that AI adoption is increasing productivity by around 40% across different industries.
Technology giants are laying off hundreds of thousands of people.
Snap is about to lay off 20% of its workforce, so even more pain to come. And
announced significant cost-cutting measures, including pay cuts and significant job losses.
But here's the catch. While companies are thriving, job seekers are struggling. Nearly 83% of unemployed youth in India are considered educated unemployed. They have degrees, but not the skills companies need right now. This shift has created a brutal reality. Businesses are moving faster than a lightning speed, but degrees, they are still age old. A degree may still give you knowledge, but without the modern practical skills, businesses see it just a piece of paper. That's where companies like Google, Tesla, and even many startups are changing their hiring strategies. They don't care where you studied, what you studied, they care about what you can do. Can you solve real world problems quickly? Can you adopt? Can you use AI to make their processes more efficient? Just a few years ago, Google famously stated that they no longer required college degrees for many of their jobs. Instead, they focus on skills and hands-on experiences. Why? Because they realize that innovation doesn't always come from classrooms. It comes from creativity and problem solving.
We want people to get the 8 hours work done in 1 hour.
So we are looking for the people who adopt these technologies to deliver the work in half of the time.
No matter if they use AI or any other automation tools.
And they are not alone. A growing number of companies are following the same suit, prioritizing candidates who can demonstrate real, tangible skills over those who simply hold degrees. Let's face it, this is tough. Tough for students, tough for parents, tough for society that's always believed in the power of education. But businesses don't have the luxury of holding on to the past. They need results, and they need them fast. So they are adopting. The question is, can our education system do the same? If not, what happens to the millions who have already invested their money and lives in chasing degrees? What's the path forward for them? And if the skills are required for the future, how do we bridge the gap? So, the bigger question, is education and degrees still relevant? For decades, society have placed education on the top. The belief has always been simple. Get a degree and your future is set. But does the belief still hold true? Let's start with some facts. According to Indian Employment Report 2024, young people between 15 to 29 make up 83% of all unemployed individuals in India. What's shocking is that most of them are considered educated unemployed. They have degrees, but they can't find jobs. Think about this. In fields like software development, digital marketing, data analytics, companies today prioritize portfolios over diplomas. If you can show that you have built a real app, a successful marketing campaign, or analyzed complex data using AI tools, employer will hire you even if you don't have a degree. And this is not just happening in tech. Even in non-technical fields like design, journalism, and business consultation, what matters most is what you can do, not what you have studied. And here is another eye-opening stat. Around 7 to 8 million young people enter to Indian workforce every year. But there is no enough jobs to absorb them. It's estimated that we need 150 million new jobs by 2030 to avoid this crisis. Are we ready? If the education system doesn't evolve quickly, we are looking at a future where millions of educated young people will remain underemployed, working low-paying jobs that don't even match their qualification. Now let's talk about how AI is changing the game. Reports show that 77% of the students believe AI helped them learn at their own pace, acting as a tireless private tutor which doesn't require any tuition fees. Tools like ChatGPT, Gemini, and many other tools allow you to solve problems, explore new topics, and learn skills that are immediately acceptable in real life. This means that learning doesn't have to happen in a classroom anymore. A student in a remote village with an internet access can learn anything from coding to marketing just by talking and interacting with AI, and compete with someone who went to the expensive colleges. But wait, before we dismiss degrees entirely, let's not forget that it still matter in certain fields. For professionals like medicine, law, engineering, formal education is crucial. You wouldn't want self-taught doctor or surgeon to operate on you, would you? Where degrees also offer fundamental knowledge and some critical thinking skills, they serve as a signal to employers that a candidate can commit and complete a structured program. So, while degrees may be losing their universal value, they aren't entirely irrelevant. They are less critical in this time. So, what's the answer? Is education still relevant? The truth is between yes and maybe. If your goal is to enter a highly specialized profession, a degree is essential. But if you want to succeed in many modern industries, you won't need more skills than degrees. Skills that can be taught in classroom. The future isn't about choosing between degrees or skills. It's about blending them two together. A degree may still open the door, but the skills are what it keeps you inside. The bigger question isn't whether the education is relevant. It's whether our education system can evolve fast enough to stay relevant in the age of AI. Because if it doesn't, we risk creating a generation that's highly educated but unemployed. Okay, so we know the world is changing fast and the traditional degrees aren't always enough anymore. But here's the good news. There are alternative paths that you can take. Paths that don't rely on what you have learned in the college but focus on building real, practical skills that companies actually need. So, what can students, professionals, and even businesses do to adapt in this AI-driven world? Let's break it down. Considering vocational training. Not every job requires a 4-year degree. In fact, many high-paying jobs in manufacturing, healthcare, in tech can be accessed through vocational training. These programs are designed to teach you job-ready skills in a short time. In India, organizations like MakerGuard, initiatives like Atal Tinkering Labs are promoting hands-on learning. They focus on teaching critical skills, problem solving, and creativity. These skills are crucial for success in this AI era, and the skills that make you industry ready. First things first, focus on learning the right skills first. Skills that are in demand in your industry, practical and future-proof. Possibly integrate AI in your skills to speed up your work and quality. AI and automation are transforming industries, and employers now want candidates who can think critically, solve problems, and use modern tools efficiently, and never stop upskilling. The days of the study once, work forever are over. AI is advancing and aiming to take over your job so quickly that what's relevant today might be outdated tomorrow. That's why continuous learning is only the way to stay ahead. A study shows that around 77% of students believe in AI-enabled self-paced learning, allowing them to pick up new skills whenever they need. This means anyone, anywhere can keep upskilling, upgrading their skills without waiting for a formal education. And soft skills are gold. This would be your edge over AI. While AI can automate tasks, there are some things that only human can do, like empathy, communication, leadership, creativity. These are soft skills will always be in demand no matter how advanced technology becomes. Imagine a company developing an AI product. While AI engineers handle the tech side, there are still need leaders who can manage teams, marketers who can understand customer emotions, sales, and there should be also sales people who can build trust. These human skills can't be replaced by machines. And start building your personal brand. In today's world, having a strong personal brand can set you apart. No matter if you want to be influential person or else just a person who's seeking job. Instead of just listing your skills on a resume, showcase your work, whether it's through a blog post, a blog, a portfolio, or social media. For creatives like designers or content creators, having an online portfolio can make a huge difference. For techies, showcasing real world problems on GitHub or LinkedIn can help you stand out from the crowd. And then the entrepreneurship route and creating your own opportunities. If jobs aren't available, why not create your own? With AI and technology becoming more and more accessible, young people are today having more opportunities than ever before. So here we are. After years of hard work, sleepless nights, sacrifices, endless hope, the young man stands outside of the interview room, staring at the ground, his mind filled with questions. He did everything right, didn't he? He followed the rules, worked hard, got a degree everyone told him he needed, but now he's left with the confusion and a burning question. Was it all worth it? This isn't just his story, it's the story of millions, you, me, everyone. Millions of students who put their faith in a system that promised the security only to find out that the rules have changed. It's the story of the parents who spend their life savings hoping that the children have a better future. It's the story of the society that still believes degree is the answer for everything. But here's the thing, it's not over. The world is changing, yes, but that's not the bad thing. Change means new opportunities. It means new paths to success. It means that those who are willing to adopt, learn new things, and think differently can build an amazing future. Maybe the system has failed us. Maybe the degree is not enough anymore. But you don't have to give up. You don't have to be stuck in the past. The future belongs to you, to those who can embrace the change, those who are willing to evolve, and those who can say, I'll learn what it takes and I'll build the skills that matters. The point is, you have options. You have the power to rewrite your story. It won't be easy. It won't be quick. But if you keep learning, keep upskilling, keep growing and keep adopting, there's nothing stopping you from building your future you deserve. And that's where we are ending this mini documentary. Hope you like this documentary. If yes, do share, like, subscribe and show me your love. We will create more beautiful documentaries like this. Stay tuned.